Happy Wednesday, YouTube family. We have not seen you since Friday. Feels like such a long time for us because we have been working on a huge project, which you are going to see from start to finish. We are 95% done this project, and we've also been working on our pantry. Problem is, we were supposed to finish it for Monday, but we have been having complete rain. Monday, Tuesday, today's now Wednesday. We were so excited because the weather said that today was going to be the day we could get out there, finish that last 5% that we have before we can do our reveal, which is just some painting, so I can't do it in the rain. And it's been literally raining all day. I was hoping to film outside today and get that finished up, but it's just not gonna happen. Mother Nature has other plans. So fingers crossed, tomorrow we have sunny skies here in Nova Scotia, and we will be able to finish that last bit of painting to be able to show you. What we wanted to do was work on this big build project and actually have it done where you guys could see the entire project, just a weekend, kind of make it by Monday project, all completed within one video. It's going to be an epic reveal. We have been working on building a 10 by 20 building. Literally built in a weekend. Can you even believe it? We're like looking at it thinking, oh my gosh, we literally completed this build in 3 days worth of work. It's been a lot of work and we've missed you guys, but we are excited that you guys are gonna see everything that we've been working on. And I think you're gonna be pretty impressed with the results and what it looks like. It definitely does not look like your typical wood shelter. It has so much charm and character. And I think that overall, not just in terms of functionality, but also appearance, it looks so nice on the homestead. And it's actually turned out better than we could have ever imagined. We also had all of our wood delivered for winter. Finally, we've been waiting to have our wood dropped off and getting a little nervous that it was getting a little bit colder and we weren't gonna have that dropped off in time for that first snow fly, which we actually had our first snowflakes yesterday as our boys pulled off of their school bus. But our wood delivery came just a couple of days ago, which was so coincidental that it happened literally on the morning that all of the fresh lumber that we had delivered for the wood shelter, it all arrived, the wood for winter and the milled lumber all in the same morning, which meant we were good to go to get ahead on doing our wood shelter and then being able to put this wood away by the end of this week before we probably have another big kind of fall storm here on the weekend to keep our wood dry. So lots been going on over here, and we've also been working on some things here in the pantry room to get more progress done on this since it's been raining. So as many of you know, if you've been following our channel, you know that about a year and a half ago, we purchased this late 1899 abandoned home here in Nova Scotia. This house had no kitchen. And I know that you've probably seen the reveal. If you haven't, I will put the card above, but we built our own DIY kitchen. And we actually built it in a room where there had never been a kitchen before, which meant there was no electrical, no plumbing, no kitchen cabinets, absolutely nothing. And we were able to DIY and build all of that ourselves and create the design that we really wanted for this house, but also we're able to keep the original integrity of what the style of the original farmhouse kitchen would have looked like over the years in this house. What we did then was use the original room, which I'm sitting in right now. It is now turned into our walk-in laundry / pantry so that we can do all of our homesteading and canning and preserving and all of the prep that we want to do to be able to have a lot of stuff kind of like accumulate over the years here on our homestead while we start growing our own food, keeping small animals, and just doing the dream of having homesteading as part of our family lifestyle. So we're really excited that this room now is starting to come into fruition, but there was something that was missing in the kitchen reveal that I think a lot of people noticed was not very typical of a kitchen. We didn't have a fridge in our kitchen room, and everyone was asking in the comments, where is your fridge? Like, the kitchen is beautiful, but you're missing an element that you kind of need in a kitchen, which we knew. But when we got here, we had ordered all of the new appliances for the house, and they were all a deep space blue gray, the color of the washer and dryer behind me. I think on camera they look black, but they're a very beautiful deep blue, dark charcoal gray color. And I was able to DIY and do the gold accents on them, which I think really adds some character and kind of adds into the vibe of what we're doing in both spaces. Problem is, my washer and dryer arrived, but my fridge and stove and other appliances did not. So because none of the appliances showed up, it left us also with a kitchen that we ordered that did not show up, which is how we ended up building our own DIY kitchen in the first place. So we ended up saving a lot of money building our own kitchen, but we were still looking to have our deposits back, or hopefully waiting for our appliances that we ordered to actually arrive. It became, I think, almost December of 2021, heading into 2022, and we still only had our washer and dryer. So we ultimately ended up canceling the orders and getting deposits back for our other large appliances, which left us with no stove to cook our Christmas dinner, no full-size fridge. We were still using a very small bar fridge, which is just to my side here. And with a family of 4, that's not very functional to be able to do the things that you want to do as a family. And it really doesn't keep your food as fresh as it would as if you had a full-size fridge. So we went and purchased a stove so that we could cook our Christmas dinner, and thought, we're gonna look in the new year, beginning of the year sales, to be able to purchase a fridge, because it just felt like it was so much money to spend on an item at that time. And we were trying to budget out doing the renovations of the whole house and hopefully save to start doing renovations on our cottage property. So the prices of the fridges, we just kept thinking, oh my gosh, are we really spending this much money on a fridge? Prices have gone up so much. And it was just something that we couldn't hit the buy now button on. I don't know how many times we have had a fridge in the shopping cart on different websites, and then finally went to check out and saw how much even just the delivery was going to be for where we lived, and totally backed out and thought, okay, no, we're gonna do this next week. And we keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So this week, we finally got to the part of the pantry renovation that we wanna complete all of the cabinet building, which would include a built-in spot for the fridge. But I can't do that until I know what size fridge is going to go in the spot. And I needed to find a fridge that was counter depth because of a bulkhead beam that would go along the wall. I didn't want a fridge to stick out 10, 12 inches past this, or it was going to be a huge eyesore in this space. So I was looking for a fridge that would be probably white, because I knew I wasn't going to get a space charcoal gray color one to match in the budget that we wanted to spend. And I needed it to not stick out more than about 25 inches, but still be big enough for the 4 of us to use. At this point, anything bigger than the mini fridge was gonna suffice, but we wanted to have one that we could have that would last us for a year or 2, and we could build it into spot and know that down the road, if we wanted to replace it with a newer fridge, that they still made that dimension of those fridge, so that we could just put it back into that space if we switched it out later. So this week, I was on Facebook Marketplace and we found an amazing deal on a fridge. We actually got 2 fridges for $300. We got a fridge for the cottage property, which we're not ready to put in yet, but we have the fridge now when we do that. And we were able to buy a fridge here for our pantry for just $200. It's an older fridge, but it's in great condition. It was the perfect size, and now we have a full-size fridge. And of course, I'm going to do a little DIY on it to make it look like it's gonna go with the vibe of the space. And I think that ultimately, we now don't have buyer's remorse in spending $2,000, $3,000 plus shipping, which was in the $600, $700 range for shipping here. We now have a full-size fridge, and I can build my build-in and move on. And then later we can budget out and see if we wanna replace it, or keep this one until it doesn't work anymore. But it's working great. It's in great condition, super clean. And I think we just need to add our personal touch to it. So I am standing right now in the door of the kitchen that walks into the pantry room. You can see on the right there, I have some of the wood that I'm building for the pantry, the microwave and mini fridge that we've been using, and our bread maker. I've kind of had this in the spot where this fridge is, just in the meantime while we've utilized not having a kitchen for the year. But you can see that we now have our fridge. And this is the space that I was talking about. We didn't want it to really stick out any more than an inch or 2 from that, because it's a pretty shallow spot. So we were able to get a 25-inch depth fridge, which meant that now when I build my build-in along the side, across the top, and down here, it's going to look completely built in. But it does look a little off because it's not the same matching appliance as the dark blue gray. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring out my famous gold hardware spray paint, and I'm going to change the handle gold, and then do our white cabinet built-ins at the top. There's gonna be like a 2 double door, small kind of above fridge cabinet. And then this cabinet here, since this is angled, will be a cabinet, like a pantry cabinet that can be for our brooms, mop, vacuum, cleaning products, some shelving and storage like that, since this is ultimately more like a pantry utility laundry room. So we can kind of get 3 spaces put into one here. So I think ultimately for $200, this was a great solution to the problem that we were having. So speaking of the DIY that I'm going to do to revamp this fridge, it leads me to letting you know about something else that we're going to be starting on our channel that we thought that we would let you know of, because I know sometimes there's a little bit of confusion when people see some shorter videos that I put on Instagram and they think that means that maybe I'm not doing YouTube videos anymore or vice versa. So what we want to do is start working on longer reveal videos on our actual channel, but also utilize the option of YouTube Shorts to be able to show you shorter sneak peeks of bigger projects that are coming up, along with our regular vlog videos in between. But if you see shorter shorts, YouTube short videos, like maybe doing a revamp on just the handle for this fridge, for example, like later today, that doesn't mean we're not gonna have our full-size videos. So I want you to check back and know that some of the videos that we do will be shorter, some of them will be longer, some of them will be full reveal videos. And in addition to that, you'll be able to see also sneak peeks and things on Instagram where I'm doing reels or short stories. So if you wanna follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Elysia, at Elysia English. I'm the same on all different platforms. So if you're looking for me on a different platform, I have Instagram and YouTube. I don't typically use anything else at this point, but if we do in the future, I will let you know. But you'll be able to see some sneak peeks and maybe just some like really short little projects on our YouTube Shorts that don't require maybe a whole video, but is an idea or something that I've done that I really want our YouTube family to see. So check it out. I will put the links to anything down below if I'm using short products or anything like that, so you can get an idea on what's going on. But later today, I'm going to quickly revamp this fridge. I've already got it all cleaned up. We have our fresh groceries in it and just working on adding some of our storage in it and some liners in the fridge, things just to personalize it and make it more functional for us. And then today I'm going to do a revamp with that metallic gold on the handle. And I think you'll be able to see that even though it's an older fridge, you don't have to spend a lot of money to make something look the way that you want it. I spent $12.99 on the spray paint and $200 for the fridge. And ultimately that's going to give me the white fridge I want with gold hardware and the size that I needed for the bulkhead. I feel great that we don't have buyer's remorse on spending a lot of money on a fridge, because I know that we would rather put that money into other projects that we want to do down the road, or saving for projects we need to complete at our cottage property, or honestly just utilizing for anything else that we find more important than buying such an expensive appliance that honestly the newer ones just don't last the way that they used to. So that leads me to another topic. What is coming next on our channel in terms of projects? So right now we are dying to finish this pantry. We're going to be showing you the reveal in the next day or so for our wood shelter. And what we want to do next is have our barn revamped before winter for our animals. As many of you know, we have chickens and ducks and who knows what else in the future, but we really want to do a reset on the old barn. It doesn't match the property at all. It needs so much love, but structurally it's incredibly sound. So we want to get it completely styled up so that it can match the property, function really well for our animals, and give them a much better lifestyle kind of over in that area of the acreage where they live all the time, and we enjoy going over there and spending time with them. We also still have no storage for anything that we're going to need for winter coming into our front door. Our entryway is a complete empty space. So I want to build some custom cabinetry and make our entrance super inviting. That way I can start decorating for Christmas and feel like some of the mess of coats, mitts, hats, boots, and things like that at the front door are put away. And we can really start decorating some of these finished spaces on the main floor that we've kind of been avoiding doing, knowing that we still have spaces that we're making a mess in. So before you see us start the entryway and our front hall kind of stair area that leads into all of the rooms in the main floor, you're going to see us finish and reveal our pantry. Now that we have all of the elements, a fridge included, you saw our kitchen reveal, you've seen our living room and my art studio. We have other spaces upstairs still to complete, but the pantry is going to be completed first, wood shelter completed first, and then we're gonna move on to other outdoor projects like the barn, garage, those exterior buildings, and the entryway. So thank you so much for watching today's video. We are so excited for you to see the reveal. So if you have not turned on notifications for our channel yet, make sure to turn on that little bell so YouTube will notify you when we put up a new video. So I encourage you to hit subscribe and join our YouTube family. We have created this amazing community here of so many kind people, and I think that it's something that you definitely want to be a part of. Thank you so much for watching and for cheering us on. I cannot wait for you to see tomorrow's video. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow.